This is Jonah Hill, and you're listening to the only podcast that matters.
I'll say throw gang. We are joined by the Timbo Himbo, Lawrence Schlossman, and myself, the Bourbon Street Big Stepper, James Harris. Welcome to the weekly running of the Good Old Boys, with today's full episode only available for your enjoyment on www.patreon.com slash
throwing fits.
Are you doing the New Orleans accent? Because I was just New Orleans.
I mean, I was trying.
You want in on the fun?
Could you do, yeah, I did. Could you do the whole pod like that?
Surely I can, Mr. Schlossman, before we get into saying a racism.
Singular one.
Cocaine Bear and legendary New Orleans dining. Let's get into a fit check.
A fit check. It is just Benoit Blanc.
I'll say, yes, sir.
You don't sound gay enough.
Well, I'm not doing Benoit Blanc. I'm doing Jimmy New Orleans.
What's your Cajun alter ego? Your alias?
The Raging Agent. The agent. Yes! The Agent Cajun.
All right, you want to start us off?
Surely, Mr. Schlossman, on the hands of the legs I was wearing from our brothers across in the continent of European France. Yes, sir. I was wearing
the motherland
para boots. Then in between the para boots,
you can just do it. You're gonna
in between the para boots and my feet were just some anonymousm socks from the motherland, Japan. Our legace, these shiny, shimmering, they're glimmering,
dancing like a hobo on Bourbon Street.
My hawks is dancing. My ham hocks are dancing. Our legace third cut denims with the foil wrapping. Then on the titties. I got some motherfucking pan moich from our boy Sigurd. Spiders on the elbows because I keep it spooky.
Wait, that's an MF Pen shirt?
Yeah.
I thought it was like that ski brand Spider.
No, he just did
spiders.
Yeah, I like it.
It's sick.
It just touched down.
Are they 3M? No.
I mean, he does.
Maybe
MF Pen does like tees and hoodies and shit. But this is
do they?
This was billed on their Instagram as a part of their merch.
Merch. Well, that was not. I don't even know what that was.
Merch. Then on top of that, for the outerwear.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, yeah. Put a spider on that, dude. Put a spider on that, dude.
I had the hilariously named fur sack, also from our mon frère across Le Pond en France. The olive green leather jacket with the suede collar. Hanes boxers. Oh, silver on the fingers. Maiden name. New maiden name. Shout out David and Alex down on Orchard Street.
Imagine there's a French Quarter in New York.
Shipping on. There is like
Little
this
Paris.
one. Yeah. What the fuck is that?
No, I made that up.
There's a street in Nolita that people call, or the business is there. There's like a French wine bar and like a French restaurant, and they're calling it Little Paris.
Really?
Yeah.
Who calls it that? They call it that?
They call it
because no one's calling it that.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Lipa. Nary a soul is calling it Little Paris.
Wait, what's on the dick and balls?
Hanes sponsors.
Okay. I can't really
sip it on.
If I hear it, I can kind of do it, but if I just have to go raw, I can't.
Sipping on some sugar-free Pepsi Cola.
Or I gotta lead it off with I say. What's that guy from Looney Tunes?
Foggy Leghorn.
Foghorn
Leghorn.
Yo, that's me. Call me Foggy Leghorn when I touch down in the fucking French Quarter.
And in the Nalgene is Greenpoint's finest water from the tap. Lawrence, what are you wearing on your body?
I came through choking wheat on the new 6-inch Timbs, which they are tied.
You got two. You got a left and a right.
Shout out Timberland. They sent me boots. It was a box with 2 left feet. It was
My man can't go dancing out on a Saturday night with 2 left Timberlands.
I'm not one to complain about flow because that would be extremely gauche and disrespectful. But I have never opened a package where there were 2 of the same side shoe. So I had to switch those out for a proper pair.
Some poor motherfucker has 2 right feet.
Yeah. I feel like because I believe we have a list of the right and wrong ways to wear Timberland. Hold on.
I was ribbing you for choking your Timbs, which is it's a hate crime, I think.
In my opinion, it is the only ethical way for a white man to wear Timberlands. That got to be choked.
Makes sense. I just, after spending 4 years in the trenches with Angel Diaz, who would always he was the number one, like, Timbo choker, Busta.
Oh, Timbo Himbo. Now I totally I was over that. I didn't even understand what you were saying.
Timbo Himbo.
I couldn't even decipher.
Put those Timbos on a crack. Put those Timbos on a cracker, dude.
On a cracker, dude. Yeah, honestly.
On this cracker, dude.
This cracker got on Timbos.
This male monkey's choking his ankles, dude.
I just, as a guy who, when I was at Complex, wore, you saw me in my ASAP Larry era. I wore like black Timbs unlaced, and then I had an anniversary with Jenna where she got me a Gore-Tex pair, which they look like the standard wheat, but like they're fully waterproof. Yeah. Those were fucking sick. I don't know what happened to them.
Did you ever do? Okay,
I've grown up, and I am no longer a wigger.
Oh, in front of the paywall. Hard W. Did you ever do black Timbs with black leggings and black shorts?
No, dude, I never.
That wasn't you.
No way, brother.
And like a side vent hoodie.
Definitely side vent hoodies. I wore John Elliott exclusively on Fashion Bros. Yeah. No, I would do like a John Elliott sweatsuit or public school black skinny denim stacked into the Tim versus how I'm wearing them now, like an actual white construction worker.
I know. I guess I don't really like wearing Tims because in my mind, you have to wear them unlaced. And like everyone's like, oh, you wear whatever you want. Wear whatever you want. Okay, sure. You're wearing them choked up, and not to spoil the fit check, but with the pants combo, it's like extra blue collar stolen valor.
For sure. I know what I'm doing. I'm doing a thing.
But like,
we're at the podcasting factory as we speak.
My funniest experience with just like Timberlands in general was when I was the editor of Complex Style, and so I was like assigning stories. Mm-hmm. I was like, yo, you know how we could kill it on SEO if we did like a how to lace your Timbs.
Which should we title this episode "How to Lace Your Timbs" so we get good SEO on the
pod? And I assigned the story to, I guess we can say his name.
Yeah, of course,
Greg Babcock,
one of my favorite people. Shout out to Terrible Trio. Shout out Greg. I love you and I miss you, buddy. An anxious fellow.
Keep Austin weird.
And I know he listens, and I'm sure he's going to hear this, and he's going to appreciate a shout out. I would hope.
He's like, oh, I don't know if I'm like, he's white. He's like, oh, I don't know if I can like. He's like, okay, you just like, here's how to lace them. I was like, no, dog, you got to turn into a listicle because like we need the page views.
There's like multiple steps.
So he's like,
step one,
lace your Timbs.
Do not lace your Timbs. End of story.
Tongues out. So he turned into a listicle, and it turned into like the monthly debacle where it's like, yo, complex culture vultures, like white boy, look at this white boy writing about like how to lace your Timbs. And yeah, like he had to stretch this shit into like
he had to stretch the work.
This was definitely
can you read me some steps?
What's funny is that Complex, I'm sure the SEO was still banging because they updated this with like new art and like a link that actually works. Okay, let's see. Well, first of all, see X.
Yeah, no, I understand.
How to X unlaced. Check.
And also,
when in doubt, wear taper pants with your boots.
That has not aged that well. Though that's, how I was wearing them at my, peak Timbo Himbo phase.
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting about this is that really the headline should say how to wear your Timberlands like a New Yorker. That's, and I know that might be implied because this is a very dead ass B type thing, but like that's what we're talking about specifically.
Sure.
Because I'm sure like if you go
to
go to Ohio, they're not wearing them like this with tapered pants on the job site.
But if you're down there in the sweltering Mississippi Delta, you never know how you wear your Timballs, dude.
Put a cracker on that.
For an old school look, go for baggy pants with Timbs. Timbs are big, size down.
I don't know if is that. I mean, have you ever worn Timbs in your life as a New Yorker?
Yeah, I had well, I never had a Yuttas.
Damn.
I had a black pair. I had a Mark McNary Beeline pair.
Oh, yes.
With the yellow collar.
Pharrell collab.
And I had a pair they sent me that were like navy blue with a black collar. Those are kind of fire.
Those are hard.
From a shop in Philadelphia. I forget the name of it. It was a collaboration. Every day is Tim season, but maybe reconsider. I guess like don't wear your Timbs to the beach. Although
Yachty just wore when he was doing that like podcast or that SpawnCon masquerading as a podcast for his new sunglasses company down in Turks. He was wearing them on the beach, unlaced, I will say. But I don't know. I feel like Yachty's pretty well dressed. He looked cool.
Sure, waterproof and take care of your Timbs. Choose your Timbs wisely. I forgot about these slime green ones.
Slimers were sick. And the famous Joel Santana Supreme
American flags.
joints. Those are very patriotic. Those are the B lines too. This is good art. Wait, this art wasn't there when you guys originally ran it?
No.
Okay.
Keep your pants behind the tongue.
All right. So I've broken 2 rules already.